The training was brilliant, very enjoyable, very interesting. I really enjoyed it and learnt a lot from it, and came out feeling a lot more confident about my job role.
There was a lot to learn, but it was all kept real fun, real interesting.
Very encouraging, you know, you were encouraged to contribute and everybody was valued, I think.
The way the days were broken up, particularly like the heavy days where there was a lot of legislation, we did a lot of role playing and we did a lot of fun things to, you know, break things up.
It was actually quite invigorating because it was so interactive.
I actually really enjoyed it, because for me it's hard to stay stimulated if you're sitting all in a room, it's warm, you're sort of sitting there, and I found it was fantastic. The trainers were excellent. They used real life experience, real life cases.
We learnt a lot of each other, because when all was said and done there was a lot of people in that room who had a lot of knowledge, and actually the trainers encouraged us to share that knowledge and teach each other. It wasn't about one person teaching us everything, so it was very fluid, and it got people's ideas and got people thinking.
It wasn't about just getting a piece of paper, it was to make sure that you are on the right line. Kind of confirms that what you're doing is okay.
You can get into a routine of thinking your own way, and it's just really nice listening to other people, listening to how they do that work.
Thought-provoking. It's really good because it keeps you thinking along the right lines, which is great. We all need a bit of focus.
In depth, they were really in depth. You got a lot of knowledge out of them. You know, all the trainers were brilliant, and they listened to you, they answered their questions as thoroughly as they could. I definitely got a lot of knowledge.
It wasn't sitting and listening for hours and hours and hours, it was very interactive. It give you a bit of information, send you off to do something with it. We learned from each other, not just from the trainers, which was great.
The actual course, it demonstrated my own knowledge and my own abilities and experience, which until that training I didn't realise I had. I suppose I had, subconsciously I knew, but it actually demonstrated to me just how much I did know, and I was actually better at my job than I actually thought I was.
Fun, we had a laugh, we giggled a lot. I really enjoyed it. I looked forward to coming every day.
Fun. I'm not a particularly good student, if you like. I'm not very concentrated in the classroom, but this was done in a very fun way, and I've just really enjoyed it.
Thought-provoking. It made me, you know, think about practice, think about things I might do differently, things that I thought I did well that I might just tweak a little bit.
The training was really thought-provoking, made me actually step back and think, well, actually I need to think about how I'm conducting my practice. I think I need to, you know, at all times not be judgmental, be empathetic.
Interesting, even when we were dealing with quite dry topics. She managed to do it in a format that was interesting and kept me engaged and listening all day, which is quite an achievement.
Trainers kind of made you feel it was all right to ask questions, to push yourself, to not think, oh, I'll be quiet, I won't say that, I should know that.
It did help you to reflect on your own practice, which obviously not only is good for the qualification, but also helps you when you go back to work as well, because it makes you think about what you're actually doing.
Made me think about the way I deal with people and the way I do my job, which I thought was fantastic.
After the training, I feel a lot more confident about my job role, and that I'm going to do a good advocacy job for my clients. And the training just boosted my confidence no end.
I would have no qualms about using Kate Mercer Training again, because the training was interesting, dynamic.
I've come across a lot of trainers and I've done some training myself. And the trainer we had for the days is probably the best I've had.
It's been a very valuable tool for our organisation, and will continue to be so, because it's something that we'll continue to use as an advocacy organisation. So I thought it was great.